What's up, on exotics? Welcome back. Now, while we're in the midst of rain, I thought this is the absolute most perfect time to tell you guys a little something about double clutch. For any of you that don't know, rain is usually the equivalent of procreation. So that is a really good time for you to start pairing up your snakes is when it starts raining. Now, paired with double clutching a few snakes today, we're also going to be pairing some first time pairs. So yeah, this is actually going to be a pretty interesting video. What's up, my exotic people? What's up, on exotics? Which kind of makes me think that this female's... Alright, so now that we're done cleaning, introducing them now while I'm busy here. Gonna be defensive before she... Let me actually give you guys a hint, right? Look at how grabbed this fun-filled educational video. Big drops.
Absolute maximum weight above it.
We're talking meters. I'm with you. But first, and for this video, we're actually going to be in the equilibrium room, right? So we're going to be going through what condition your animals need to be if you want to double clutch them, what type of animal not to double clutch, and which animals obviously to double clutch. And right off the bat, I think we actually start with a Mexican black king snake. So here's the male. Obviously, as you guys can see, he is in pristine condition. He hasn't lost any weight during his breeding season. So that is the type of male that you want to use for a double clutch. Now, here is the female. Now, she did give me two ginormous eggs. But if we look at her weight, as you guys can see there, she is still very well shaped. She's not underweight. She's not fat. So this is the type of animal that you would want to give a go at a double clutch, which is exactly what we're going to be doing now. So in general, you don't really need to repair your snakes to get them to double clutch, because a lot of the times, the first time is the success of it. And if your animal's condition is good enough, they will, yeah, this is just typical king snake behavior. Males bite onto the females, try to coax them, get them ready to breed. So as I was saying, in general, you don't really need to repair them, but it is definitely better. It definitely heightens your chances of successful double clutches. But as you guys can see, the male's already there. Female is showing signs of being receptive. And I think we're about to, yeah, that's it. We're literally seeing this lock happen right in front of our eyes. How freaking crazy is that? Sweet. Let's move on to the next animals while I'm still in the room. You definitely want to keep an eye on breeding your king snakes. As I said in the previous video of how to breed these guys specifically, it's definitely not animals that you want to leave unattended for too long. Male's just figuring it out still, but I'm very sure that if we come back in like the next couple of odd seconds, or maybe minutes, we'll have a successful lock. All right, so moving on. Here is our other female king snake. As you guys can see, her condition also looks immaculate, and she actually gave us 6 pearly whites. So I actually have a new male for her, which is, which one is it? Is it this one? Yes, it's this male over here. Now, he is what I believe to be a banana high white king snake. Now, he is quite big, so I'm going to be fairly cautious when I put him with the female, but I don't see any reason why I can't. So let's just put him to chill there for a second and then grab him. Yeah, he had a nice shed. Hopefully that's not him going out of season, and introduce him to this female over here. Now, as you guys can see, I keep the nest boxes in with the females because a lot of times they might decide to double clutch by themselves. And would you look at that? This male is very receptive to this female already. So it would be nice to see which would end up being the sire, if it would be the same male that sperm retained and fertilized the female for round 2, or whether this stud over here gets his job done. All right, now let's take a look at the type of specimen that you don't want to double clutch. So if you see this female, she has lost a lot, and I mean a lot of weight during her eggs, and she actually did very, very, very bad. I think I only got 1 foot cell out of her, but she was transported while she was gravid and all that, so it wasn't the best idea to transport her being gravid. But yeah, this is the type of snake that you don't want to double clutch unless you can get the weight up. So I am giving her about, let's say, a month and a half to see if this belly fills back up into good conditions, because she's of good size, right? She is definitely a big enough snake. The only thing is she lost too much weight during her gravid period, so she is not a double clutch ready snake yet. While we're on the subject of a female that is not ready to double clutch, let's talk about the things that you can do to get your female to optimal size healthily and potentially get a double clutch. So here's another example of a female that lost a lot of weight during her egg laying time. So I mean, as you can see here, she is very skinny here at the rear quarters. So what I do is usually as soon as they want to eat, now we'll see if she wants to eat, because I think I took her eggs yesterday or the day before. Now as soon as you can get them eating again, I usually offer a smaller meal, but I offer it twice in a row. So yeah, that's awesome. So this is a lot smaller meal than she would need. I mean, you usually feed about the size of the widest part of their body. So that's a small meal. And then right after she finishes that one, you offer another one. And then you do that Monday and Friday until the condition betters. And then once the condition is back to optimal weight, you transition back to feeding larger meals once a week. Just while we're busy looking at all the snakes, just look at this beautiful blue-eyed leucistic. I can't wait till next year. Next year we'll be breeding the Texas rat snakes. Got a beautiful het leucistic female over here. She's almost of size. She'll be of size next. And then a of size female here who seems to keep destroying her freaking water bowl and literally moves all her substrate to the back quarter. Man, that's annoying. Right, and here is a first time female. So she already has had a multitude of locks with this stud of a high white male. Well, she's had a multiple of locks, but I just want to make sure I want to utilize this weather while I still have it, and make sure that they clutch up. Male's already trying to probe at her with his hemipenes, trying to find where he needs to be at. So that's a good sign. I'm just going to leave them be, see where this goes. But yeah, like I said, this isn't a double clutch attempt. This is just to make sure that she is gravid, because like I said, you know, they have had a few locks, but I'm utilizing the weather to my advantage to make 100% sure. Here's another first time pairing, a beautiful snow male to this amazing looking albino female. Now, they have been paired together. I have not seen anything yet, but hopefully tonight with the weather the way it is, we'll have some success. And the male definitely looks interested from the immediate reaction. So here's another female that snow male service that you guys haven't seen yet. And he definitely did what he needed to do here. I had so many locks. He's making pairings. Let's get this beautiful male with his female over here. Now, they have already successfully copulated the first time. She already gave me beautiful eggs, but let's ensure that she gives us a few more. You know, she gave us 13 the first time, so a lot of times with your double clutch, it's a lot smaller. So let's say maybe the second round will be 5 or 6 eggs, but I would love some more babies from her and have a few more heterozygous projects to come up on the years coming. Now, this snow female over here, she's also actually in amazing condition to be bred again. She dropped me a very, very healthy litter of about, I think, 14 eggs, which is really, really good. And she is definitely up to weight. So I am considering putting a male to her as well, but I'd have to wait for one of the males to actually stop with the other females. All right, now same story as I was explaining before, trying to get their weight up. So you want to get meals in them. Once these females have back-to-back eaten 2 smaller meals, let's say 3 Mondays and Fridays in a row, in general, you should start seeing a drastic improvement on weight. Now, here's an important thing to take note of. When I, in fact, attempt for double clutches by pairing again, there's one thing that you need to make sure of, that you don't stress your female too much now. Because remember, she already went through a breeding cycle. She had eggs, and there's a high chance that she's already going to double clutch on her own. So if you do put a male back, just to make sure that your chances are solidified, don't leave the male in there for longer than a week. Just give him 1 week. If he gets it done in the week, then it's done. If he doesn't get it done, it's done. Accept it. You don't want to lose females by overstressing them, just trying to get more eggs. I mean, at the end of the day, yes, it's nice to get more eggs, better production, but it's not nice when you're greedy and you end up losing an animal. Now it looks super awkward with all these open subs, but this is in fact my system. You know, this is how I keep track of the males that are out and with which females they are. In general, I keep my pairs, for example, let's say male, female, male, female. It doesn't work out like that for everything, but you know, in general, it's quite a nice system. All right, now I know it's pretty freaking dark. Unfortunately, my battery's flash died. I've been sitting here for quite some time, but there is our first successful lock for the double clutch. Very, very, very happy about that. All right, so a very important observation to make is if your female is like this one, really not keen, You know, don't waste your male's energy. You know, don't tire him further more than the season already has allowed for, and take him out. You know, the chances are very high that the female's already gravitating. So I took him out, and I'm in fact gonna rather give him a go at the snow female. She doesn't look like she's potentially gravid. That female, the pinstripe ghost martley, looked like she actually might have already been gravid. So let's see. And there we go. This is our I don't know how many locks these guys have had, but yeah, this is another successful lock for the night. Thank you very much, Rain. This should turn into the third successful lock for the night, but I am super tired. I'm about to actually head out. Just gonna give everyone their final checks. But yeah, that's looking very, very promising. Good job, dude. Now just get in there. And that there is success. You can see by how the female's bulging there at the back that that's a successful lock. So let me close this back up and not stress them out too much. So if you guys don't have any success with your double clutch breeding attempts, you know, like I said, do not get deterred. It might mean that your female is already gravid again, or it might mean that it's done. You know, there's no sense forcing something like this. Double clutches, like I said, they're a super nice reward, but they're definitely not worth risking a snake's health. If your snake's unhealthy, if your snake's not up to weight, do not attempt a double clutch. In general, if your snake's condition is good enough, a lot of the times they do double clutch all by themselves without having a male reintroduced. Alright guys, and that's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for checking in. Thank you so much for watching the videos. You guys know I love you, and I love all the support that you guys have been giving me. I am seeing serious improvements in the channel's growth, and I am very, very grateful for every single one of you guys subscribing, liking, commenting, being active on the channel. It really means a lot to me. It makes me feel like this is not just me putting out videos there. It makes me feel like this is me interacting with everyone. So from Mohana Exotics, you guys know I love you. You guys know I appreciate you. And thank you very, very much. Peace out.